Yeah, I won't be on long tonight, you know what I mean? So, just in here watching TVs, just got done watching the Super Bowl. Hope everybody's doing okay. Um, yeah, my thing is I've been working a lot, so nothing new here. So, there's something on my mind, I want to speak with the parents because a lot has been coming on my FYI here on YouTube. There's been a lot of protests been going on, so I'm not gonna be on hold. So I'm not gonna be on very long tonight. So I know the young people gotta go back to school. So just trying to share some encouragement, what I'm saying, for my young people, you know what I mean? So just gonna wait, for some people to get on. So just checking in to make sure everybody doing all right. Just share some encouragement, you know what I mean? It's a lot going on right now. So I ain't putting no Spanish videos out, you know what I mean? Not this week, it'll probably be this coming weekend or so on. So um I know it's about heading on midnight, so I know the game is off. So I wanna speak to the parents. I don't know if you're listening or whatever. Um, I don't get involved in politics and stuff, but I've been seeing on my FYI, I've been seeing videos, on YouTube. We got our babies is involved in this protest. As an uncle myself, I have three nephews and a niece, and they got little kids. You know, us men, we have to be there for our kids out here. We have to, be role models or whatever. But getting them involved in this politics stuff is not a good idea right now. It really is not. So I just want to share some encouragement. If you're gonna protest, do it peacefully. You know what I'm saying? Do a peaceful protest. Hello, everybody. Whoever's joining in, hello, hello. So I'm not going to be on long tonight. You know what I'm saying? I want the kids to go back to school. You know what I'm saying? Please put your education first. You know what I'm saying? So, but for us uncles, aunties, mothers, and fathers, please put your kids' education first. That is a very important topic right there. Please put your education first. You know what I'm saying? So, ain't trying to be rude, ain't trying to be mean or whatever, you know what I mean? So, but young people, please stay in school. Please, please, please. This is a very important one. Stay in school. Focus on your grades. Focus on whatever career you got going on. Focus on it. You know what I mean? Because what's going to happen, I said this in my last video, you're going to end up locked up. And these felonies out here, these judges, they don't have no problems putting you on restrictions for the rest of your life. Don't make the same mistakes like a lot of these young people is doing out here. Watch the company that you keep, but if you're going to protest, protest peacefully. Understand? So, but for us parents, please keep your kids in school because I'm seeing a lot of videos. We got our babies out there protesting, 5, 6, 7 years old. That is not a good thing to be doing. That is not a good thing to be doing. Understand? So for my young people that's hearing me, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm an uncle myself. I got nieces and nephews, and they got kids. You know what I mean? So we gotta do better. We have to do better. You know what I'm saying? As a society and also as a community as itself. Doesn't matter what race you are, we have to do better. Hello, hello, hello. We have to do better as a community, and we have to do better. You know what I'm saying? As it doesn't matter if your uncle, auntie, got kids, whatever, but we have to keep our kids in school and in those books. Understand? So I know it's about to be midnight, so I'm doing great, doing great, doing great. I'm doing great. So how's everybody doing? So just on here, sharing some encouragement. I'm hearing our babies out here protesting. They need to be in school. So that's the only thing. So I'm doing great, doing great. So I'm not upset. So if any parent is hearing me, school teacher is hearing me, please, please be careful. Please, because I'm hearing in other states, school teachers that lost their jobs, then lost their licenses. You know what I mean? So if you is a school teacher, you know what I mean, please be careful. Do not put yourself in these situations out here that have nothing to do with you. Teachers, your job is to teach and be a role model, but you don't want to get yourself into no legal trouble that has nothing to do with you out here. So I'm about to go ahead and get off. So young people, if you hear this message, you know what I'm saying, you're going to protest peacefully, but please stay in school, focus on your grades, focus on wherever career you got going on. You know what I mean? So, but please stay in school, get your education. If you're going for a trade, focus on that trade. But walking out of school and start hanging around with the wrong people, it ain't good. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, I'm not gonna be on hold this long. I'm not gonna be on here long. So yeah, so it's been a minute, a week or two I ain't been on. So I'm just, checking in where everybody sees how's everybody going. So I know everybody going back to work tomorrow, and I'm one of them. So it's good for me that I started this YouTube channel, you know what I mean? So for people, open up, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to have my own mentoring program, Spanish program going. So I'm just doing this for the fun of it. I ain't got nothing else to do. That's what I do on the weekend. So, um, yeah, so I'm just here chilling, chilling, chilling. So I'm about to go ahead and get off. So parents, I'm an uncle myself. Just think about the choices that we're making. It's bad everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So let's think about the choices that we're making, just, focus on your education, young people. You know, you could be anything you want to be in life, you know what I'm saying? So put your mind into it, you know what I mean? So subscribe to the channel, you know what I mean? So I'm not on here, you know what I'm saying, just to try to make fun of people. I want this channel to be, you know, show good, positive, to try to be a role model, trying to show some positive encouragement, you know what I mean? So I'm about to go ahead and get off, you know what I mean? I hope everybody have a good week in school. Everybody have a good week at work. Take care.